Alaba, if you on if Nigeria. We are so excited to come live again with our Uncle Nat Osimede. We have been off for a minute because it's a new, we had Christmas, we had New Year, and the year is running so fast, so we are already in March. In fact, we're in the middle of March. This is the third week of March. So March is almost over. Like we just had Christmas 2 days ago. First of all, I want to wish every mother out there Happy Mother's Day. I'm the only woman here. And I told everybody, I hope they told their wives Happy Mother's Day. I hope they did that. But they say if you do not celebrate yourself, nobody will celebrate you. So, hey, I'm going to fan myself this morning and tell myself Happy Mother's Day. So, Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's to all your mothers. You guys know that I've been celebrating my mother. Also, my mother, she thinks her birthday must be the whole of the month. So yesterday again we were celebrating her, but we thank God for all the mothers, and all the expecting mothers. God will give you heart desires in Jesus' name. Amen. So as you guys know, we are here with Onward Conscience, Uncle Nat. His platform is Onward Conscience. And if we do not wake up our conscience, then we are just living in America. We say you're living in La La Land. It means you're living in make-believe land. You're living in a Disney World. When you go to Disney World, you feel like a child again, and you don't know that things are happening outside that perimeter. And when you come out again, you have to go and look for your car. You have to walk a distance. So we cannot live in La La Land in Omaha. So we have our very able Uncle Nat is the Onward Conscience, the one that wakes up. They are the ones that wake up our conscience. The last time we had them, they were in the school system, helping the children to debate about their future. And an incident happened in Benin City, in Edo State, that the news carried. And we want to start from there before we begin to deal with our issues and all. We want to start with that particular because we just talked about Mother's Day. We talked about, how important our mothers are and how it is important for us to train up our children because they are the future of tomorrow. And an incident happened, Uncle Nat, that touched your feeling and you wanted to address it as a father. I'm sure maybe a grandfather. So, Uncle Nat, I pass the mic on to you.
I'm breaking, sir. I can't hear you well. Maybe you need to change the location of your.
Yeah, you're breaking up really bad, Uncle Nat. I don't know if it's your location. Can't hear you and you're breaking up.
Okay.
Enahoro, if you just begin, Uncle Nat, let Enahoro narrate it and he will come in while you search for where. Enahoro, narrate what happened. Yes.
Good afternoon, viewers out there. Good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are watching us from. You are onto the OGT Network platform. The incident that happened was a case of bully in one of the schools in Edo State, precisely Benin City, where a student were beating up some of their students, and this went viral. And the name of the school in question is Igbenedion Education Center. And the students that was involved with this thing, not just one, not two, there are a lot of them. One of them is Choice Osaruese Astoro. Is, as you say, it's a rich family. And the other one is, the father is a banker, is a manager with one of the old generation bank. I don't want to mention the name of the bank because we are on air. So this thing has been going on for a very long time. Even one of the old students also say the same thing. So this issue now, beating of children, co-students, now it has caught the attention of everybody, including the governor of Edo State is involved with this matter because we want to investigate it. So modality measures have been put in place to check it. So we want to get from our father what's his opinion about this issue of bullying, oppression, intimidation among students. So we want to get your reaction on this matter because as a father, we know you may have a lot to say regarding prevalent issues that is going on right now.
Yes.
Can you hear?
Thank you very much. Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit.
You hear me?
A little bit.
Now. I'm changing direction. Now. Now.
Okay, I think it could be your network there, but you can go on.
Waiting for therapy, the very obedient incident, and what for a lot of things has to do with this being into the generation of young children.
I can't hear you at all. I don't know how we can edit that.
The network there is bad.
Odion, let's go to you. Let's see, Uncle Nat. I appreciate your effort. Let's go to Odion while you've tried because we there's no way I can edit it and we can't hear you at all. Try again. Let me see.
Okay.
It's still breaking up. You know what you should do? Try and go out and come in. So leave the meeting and come in again.
The same way.
Yeah, leave the meeting and come in again. Odion, you know, our correspondent from Abuja, Onwansha Abuja.
Yeah.
You are a very tall man. When I saw you the first time in Nigeria, I'm like, whoa, this is a big man, this is a tall man. I don't know if you experienced any level of, you will not be the one being bullied because they will be scared of your height. I hope you were not the bully too.
No,
because,
I think
yeah.
during my time in Holy Trinity, that time, there is nothing like that bullying.
Yes.
But what I have to say concerning bullying is that bullying is a very bad thing on a student, because someone that is being bull will not be able to concentrate, because each time he see those people, that fear will come into him or her.
Yes.
It will not allow that person to concentrate, and it will not even allow the person to be focused on his or her education. So I think a bullying should be a serious matter in all our schools. Either proprietor or the proprietor or the government of a school should ensure that bullying is eradicated away from our schools.
Let me tell you what happened.
Another thing, I think that
yes, continue.
They should set up a committee that will look into all those things, because if you say, okay, let's see how we can send students to do that, the students, they will not come out with the facts, because the student you are sending might be the one bullying the younger ones. So they will not be able to tell you the actual fact concerning it. I think the school authority should find a way to set up a committee to look into that. Hello?
Yeah. Yes, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, this issue of bullying is a very serious thing. I went to boarding school. Nigeria, especially, I think that's the Benedict school, sir. It might be a day school. How does somebody bully you in a day school?
No, it's not a day
It's a
school.
boarding.
It's a
It's a
boarding.
boarding school.
It's boarding too.
Yeah, the way the school is, the school compound is very big.
Yes.
They have a very vast land, but usually at the back end of the school, there's a different structure there. Probably
Yes.
in what owner, which is Chief Benedion, the Sama of Benin, probably wanted to use it. If you go to that school, it's very close towards where our shop is.
Yes.
Around Sapo. So you see an empty building at the back. So it
Very
is
close to that Kada
building.
Junction.
Yeah, thank you. It is that empty building that those children normally go into. They'll go to the back there and begin to mess up their colleagues. Or, you know, most of these times, the senior one always oppress the junior ones.
The younger ones. That is what bullying is about. I went to boarding school and I was bullied. You know, I was not beaten, but I was punished and punished. There was one student, very funny. She used feeding bottle to drink Cerelac. And it dried. Listen to my story, because I've experienced it dried up, and she gave me to wash it. So I did the needful thing. I poured water in it and put it under my bed to soak. When she came back and she saw, she was my bunkmate. So I slept on top of her. She slept at the bottom. So it was actually under her own bed, not my bed. When she came back and she saw the bottle under the bed, she went berserk. She was so pissed that I put her bottle, what she used to suck her Cerelac, under the bed. Why did I not put it in my cupboard? Blah, blah, blah.
The network is bad.
Every
The
day like
network is
clockwork.
bad.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Every day like clockwork, she would tell me to kneel down, put my knees on the ground and kneel down every day after school. Instead of serving siesta, I was kneeling down in front of her bed.
Yeah.
One day, one of her own mates came to the room and told her, if you tell this girl to kneel down again, I will beat you.
Correct.
There is nothing this girl did to you. You gave her, and it was a bottle, it was bottle, not plastic filling bottle. You understand? It was bottle.
Yes.
So if I had forced it, maybe it would have broken. There was no way I could have washed it. I needed to soak it. She said this girl did the right thing. And you have been punishing her for months now. If I just come back, I drop my bag, I kneel down. My knee was where I was serving my siesta. Just because. You know? Yeah. So we have to be very, 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 very careful how we treat other people's children. We have to be very, very careful how we treat others. You know, do unto others as you want others to do unto you. And parents who do not teach their children from the beginning how to treat other children, it is the worst experience. It goes back to train up a child, train up a child, train up a child. The Bible says train up a child. If you don't train up your child will go out there and disgrace you. I saw one video of how they were chasing the child and the father was running.
Yes.
Yeah? The child disgraced the father.
That's the same boy. It's the same boy we're talking about.
The same boy we're talking about.
Yes.
You see that?
That's
so
the same boy.
has been able to come in.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, maybe
the
audio if you can hear me. Can I continue? Okay, you see this problem of bullying.
Remove your camera.
It's not connecting. I don't know. It's not connecting. The network here is bad. It's not connecting. But if you can hear me, let me
We
just go
can
on.
hear you. I will just use your picture. Don't worry, I can
Okay.
use your picture.
So it's a very serious problem
Yes.
because in some of these private schools, especially this highbrow school, a whole lot of rubbish goes on within the four walls of those fence compounds where you see these children of the elite attend school. Apart from bullying, there are some other very messy, sordid affairs that are going on in some of these schools. There is lesbianism, there is homosexualism, there is
Yes.
cultism, there is alcoholism. These children experiment with all kinds of drugs, cracks, ice, and so on and so forth. Because they come from privileged backgrounds, they
Mm.
have money, and some of their parents abuse these drugs. Now, I tell you what, if you go into the background of those children who were involved in this very, very annoying, vexatious, and provocative dehumanization of their fellow student, I'm very sure, because they say the apple does not fall too far from the tree. Their
Yes.
parents will be involved, one way or the other, in court activities or court related activities.
Mm.
Now, the way they were stomping on the little boy on the ground, where would they have seen that if it is not something they have seen live?
Mm.
And the way they were stomping on
Yes.
that boy was with a purpose to do damage to the boy, to leave a mark, a scar, so that it will mark something. Some people said it will probably be court initiation. And it is not the first time such a thing has been happening. These boys carry out initiation into the various confraternities, even in such privileged schools. It is even more rampant that way. Because some of these children, their parents are courtists,
Mm.
and they see what their parents do to people, whether within the confines of their homes. And some of them are so stupid. They take their children to occasions and ceremonies where they do their fraternity activities, which is so
Jesus.
bad. So bullying has always been there. When we were in school, way back in the 70s, we know there was fagging. It was very popular, where the
Yes.
discipline meted out to the junior student by the senior student. And those were what
Yes.
shaped our character mostly. Because the
Yes.
teachers do it you. By the time you go back to the boarding house, you were with your house prefect, some other prefects are in the same hostel with you. You will run errands, you will wash clothes, you will learn to greet good morning, senior, good afternoon, senior, go and bring my food from the calf, and so on and so forth. Some of the values we exhibit today were inculcated in us in the secondary school.
Yes.
But because baby parents are producing babies.
Mm.
Now, what experience do they have? And you see, these children have entitlement mentality, and some of them are so spoiled that they even dictate to their parents what they want and how they want it. And the parents consent. They
Mm.
over pamper them to the extent that the children do not even take instructions from their parents. It's like what is happening right now. You see, most of our children, particularly those that are born in Britain, they tend to be more, how would I say, more anti-parents than the ones that are
Mm.
born in other countries. And that is why most Nigerians are sending their children home to Nigeria to learn our traditional values. Because
Wow.
over there, all the police on their parents, they insult their parents, and they do all kinds of rubbish to their parents, which is against the culture of our people. So they are
Yes.
bringing their children home now to Nigeria to stay with grandparents in the villages so that they can be taught the culture of our people. That incident was very painful. And in my opinion, I said that boy should be taken to any medical facility for proper body examination, for X-ray, for scanning. There
Yes.
could be
Yes.
internal damages. There could be organ damage. By the time you are stomping on somebody's liver, if the liver ruptures inside the body, what do you think will happen to the person?
Mm.
So that the parents can avoid complications either now or in the future. Because such trauma might just be building up in the body. And in future, before you know it, 10 years down the line, it becomes a very big terminal problem, which the parents of the boy will be grappling to solve, not knowing that it was an incident that happened to him 10, 15 years ago when he was in the school. So I am happy the governor has shown interest. I even said the governor should show interest and the Ministry of Education should show interest. Those children should be fished out. There are juvenile jail sentences. There are juvenile courts. those children should not go unpunished on a very serious note. Now, it has become the subject of discussion. And the parents of those children is unfortunate, have been brought into public clear by their children, which is a very bad thing. These are persons that are respected in the society. And I believe that if the parents have been disciplining those boys, they wouldn't go to the extent of doing this. And I'm sure this is not the first time they do this. They have done it in like this. They've been doing it. But this is the first time the public has been brought into the know of what has been happening. And I even said a school that charges so much per school fees should ensure that each child is protected. And I wonder why CCTV cameras will not be installed in every part of that school. Empty halls, behind the fence, every empty classroom, even within the hostels. And I even recommended that fat dogs should be brought into that school to sniff the suitcases and luggages of these children who might be hiding very hard substances and abusing it in the hostel without the knowledge of their caretakers. So to me, bullying is something that should not be tolerated. Imagine the boy that was being bullied was your son. How would you feel seeing your son being treated in that manner? A son you pay so much school fees for, a school you pay so much to give your child education. And if this thing was not recorded, and they recorded the action, which means it was deliberate and it was meant for a certain audience. Maybe, yes, they were recording it to send to the parent body of their fraternity that initiated them and wanted them to recruit members for them in that particular school. And you know, these children are being exploited. The onus is not affinity. It is for the purpose, purely for the purpose of exploitation. And they begin to blackmail those children, asking them to collect money for their parents to satisfy their demonic and devilish taste. So it is a very serious matter. And we have to educate our parents. Some people were even recommending martial training for their children so that when they're exposed or confronted with such situation, they'll be able to defend themselves.
Thank you.
Let me pause now.
Thank you very much, sir. Well, I want to ask a question, sir. Thank you very much for that. Don't you think it is also very good that our lawmakers should pass a bill, a law against this bullying in our states?
I'm very in support of it. And I'm aware, I know that by the caliber of lawmakers we have in the Edo State House of Assembly, and by the nature of our governor, His Excellency Senator Mondo Berolo, we might get to that. And that would be the climax. That would be the only thing that can arrest such situation. Any child that is caught conducting initiation into any court group, such a child should be taken as a court member, whether he is underage or an infant. It should be treated in a way, at least maybe half of the punishment to give to the others who are caught up in such situation. So the House of Assembly, ultimately, from what we have seen, it's now their duty to make a law banning bullying, court initiation, court activities, as well as secondary school, with very stringent measures, recommended for those who will be caught in such practices.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Wow, that is the truth, sir. The issue of bullying, like you said, have always existed. I think the Nigerian government did not take it seriously. If they haven't, because let me tell you, in America here, the other day, one girl, she didn't really, even if my daughter was saying, "Mommy, she just touched my face." I reported the issue. She was almost expelled from school. But that is not even to say that because of the stringent punishment, that children are aware of that and they would adjust their character. That is a lie, because the other day also 2 boys were found to have a 13-year-old and a 14-year-old boy raped a 12-year-old girl. And in raping her, they packed stone into her mouth to stop her from. But you know what the government is going to do? The government is charging them as adults. As we are talking today, they are in jail.
Exactly.
They don't play about it. They are charging, they say this is a crime, this is what an adult will do. And so they are charging
Exactly.
them as adults. They are not in their parents' possession anymore.
Very much.
Immediately they get to jail, they now realize, because whatever was pushing them to do it, or whoever was the influence is no more there, and their eyes become clear, and they now realize that they are children. But the crime has already been committed. So,
And somebody is a
Uncle
victim.
Nat, you talked about Britain. I don't know what they do in Britain, but in America here, our parents, especially Nigerian parents, before you can see a Nigerian child act the fool outside, we check it inside, because the government here does not play with it. Your immediately your child commits a crime, your child becomes a felon. Once your
Exactly.
child is a felon, your child cannot do anything in America again. It is as bad as your child cannot even drive in a car. And if you are caught with a felon driving in a car, both of you are arrested. The case is so bad that we are like hawks over our children. We don't play with it. It's only loose parents that allow their children get, because once you get into the system, you are given a jail number. Like they say, what is your your system number? They have you in
Okay.
their system. You have your mugshot. In fact, to check somebody in America today, you can go to the felony site and you check how many times they have been arrested, their mugshots, you check their crime. Sometimes they ask you, what is your rap sheet? And they will tell you how long their rap sheet is. In fact, sometimes the bad boys will be, when they're rapping, they are rapping about how long their rap sheet is and how long they've gone to jail. You understand? Because America doesn't play with it. I have a
Yes.
younger brother, right? And in those days, we just do every kind of foolishness. And I tell him, listen, if you were in America, oh, the system already will have your name now. You can't do anything. You can't even as little as open an account with
Can imagine.
felony. They cut you, that is, they take everything that makes you a normal human being in the society. So if you want to succeed in the society in America today, you have to do right. And it takes so long. You can't even vote as a felon. You can't vote. They've been trying to reinstall their voting rights to them. So you go to jail, you serve your term. You know how Nigeria, you can't even find people around you in Nigeria that have gone to jail because they hide it. Nobody
Exactly.
talks about it. It's a thing of shame. And it's only the hardened criminal that go to jail in America. In America here, you go to jail for even anti-Semitic statements. You go to jail for
Hate
uh,
speaking.
for
Hate
for
speaking.
for what do you call it now? For when you're against black
Hate
people,
speaking.
you go to jail for anything. You go to jail for white collar job, for stealing. You go
For
and you
profiling.
become a felon. So it's a bigger
So
problem in the Nigerian society, and thank God we are addressing it. Thank God for the Edo State governor. That man is into a lot of things. I know a lot of people, might not see, but I see what he's doing. I don't know. I see a lot of things that would have been addressed. Look at this issue of bullying. It's been happening in Edo State for a longer time. My younger sister
they have
transferred from. Give me 2 minutes. My younger sister transferred from from Federal Government College Bida, which I went to Federal Government College Benin in 1980 something, right? Would you believe that my sister could not stay in that school for 2 weeks? She begged my father to take her back to Bida because she said the girls were big and the girls were fighting all the time and they were impossible. That is how many years ago? Sometimes they even use it as a right of, bragging that they were able to oppress somebody else. So it's a good thing that the governor is addressing it, and all those parents that encourage their children to go to school and fight. Some parents do that. Some parents even help their children
Yes,
fight.
yes.
They should be called to notice. And if they catch a child, that parent should serve the same punishment with the child. They do it in America now. If a child
yes,
brings a gun to school, which we know we have a lot of guns in the American society, when the child is caught, the parent is punished too for that. They are doing it now. So you
it
don't
is a
have any
good.
excuse to say, I don't know where my child took it.
Yes. You
Okay.
see, I think those state government has to sit down and do a lot of work. I believe they should make it a public hearing. Let people come in with recommendations and suggestions on how this bullying can be curbed. Because like those like people who have houses very close to hostels in some of our tertiary institutions, if they tell you what their eyes see
Hmm.
from what students are doing to fellow students, all in the name of all
That's true.
kinds, which is
Wow.
bullying, even cry, they weep, they cry out to say this is inhuman. This is an opportunity for the Edo State government to send a message, especially with the determination of the current governor, Senator Monday Okpebolo, who is really serious and is coming out full force against indiscipline in our society, especially the ragamuffin status, which Edo State is known for. So the parents should be held responsible. The parents should be liable. I'm even saying the parents of these two bullies from that school should be liable. They should be liable. If nothing else, they should lose their job. Unfortunately, one is a businessman. A man like that, his business premises should be abandoned. It should be blacklisted because the son can is a potential murderer in the making. Those boys, they are potential murderer in the future. And that is why their offense should be taken very serious. And the government should come up with very stringent measures. And any principal that tolerates bullying in his school, bullying is reported and he does not take immediate action, such principals should be made to lose their jobs. Then our people
Yes.
will know
Thank
that
you,
this is
sir.
not possible. Thank you. God bless you.
Oh,
Thank you.
that's
Thank you very much. Again, according to one of the video I also saw, a former student of that school, it was alleged, according to her, that some of the teachers are also bullies. According to
Yes,
her,
yes, yes,
are bullies. So
yes.
people are not
Teachers are
saying for
bullies too.
now that this school we are talking about to be closed to enable government do the proper investigation, because the person involved is a high profile person, and the way they will handle his case may be different from the way the government may handle the case of an average man. So people are not saying that the government should do a job, should go detail, and it should be made public. Like you said, let the House also look into this matter. Let them have a seat. They should sit because of this, because I expect the Speaker of House of Assembly and his colleagues to actually go deep into this matter. Not just the governor alone and his own committee set up. Let the House of Assembly also set up her own committee that will look into this issue, because so many schools, a lot of they are into lesbianism, they are into gay, they do all sorts of things, which most parents don't even know. So what do
Yes,
you have to say regarding that issue?
yes, and now I quite agree with you. Now, that was why I said they should make it a public hearing. Let
Yes.
every child who has suffered such fate, who have been afraid to speak, let the
Yes,
parents
sir.
of such children come out with concrete evidence of bullying. You'll be surprised, some of those children will be forced to take crack,
Okay.
which could be responsible for unusual behavior at home, and their parents will not be able to know exactly what has happened to their children, and the children will not be able to say so. So they should make it a public hearing. Let every student, apart from Igbenedion High School, they should make it a public hearing. Let every child who has suffered serious bullying, like the one we watched on that video, to come out
Yes.
openly and testify and make their complaint to that particular committee that will either be set up by the House of Assembly or by the government, to have an overview so that they can look at the various diversity of bullying that has been going on in our school, to look at the various narratives, to look at the various perspectives, to look at the
Okay.
kind of torture children have experienced. This will give the government a very broad base on which to make some policy statements that will now be implemented by the House of
Thank
Assembly.
you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
You are
Any
welcome.
question from our guest before we round it off?
No, no,
I
no,
think
no, no. You have a
you
question?
people, you've said it all, and we pray that the Almighty God will see the governor through this idea.
Thank you very much.
We
Thank
have
you, sir.
we have touched a topic that I even think we have not even scratched the surface of. I don't think we should even go into any other thing. By addressing this, it was giving us a voice. I don't know if we can even be able to find children. I've given several examples of bullying. Everybody has example of bullying. I don't know.
Yes.
Elahoro, you were never bullied.
Well, in my case, I was not in a boarding house. Though then in secondary school, then it's boys school, not girls, no miss school. It's just boys
Okay.
school. But those who are our senior, the way they normally bully us is that when they come to your class, they'll say everybody knee down. You know, men, boys, they'll say knee down. Oh yeah, why did you greet me when I enter? Those kind of stuff. So that was the way we were treated. But I was not beaten. Then when you come late, they will ask to go and cut the grass. So that was
Yeah,
what they were doing us.
that one was not bullying is
let
more
me-
like a personal
That's what I'm saying. That
experience,
one
not
is
a
not bullying,
general.
but we experienced the
yeah.
bullying.
Yeah.
High school, it was an all-boys school.
Yes.
There, you just have to be strong. Because if you are not strong, even your classmates will bully you.
Yeah, we
Because
bully
when
you.
we
Yes.
were very small then, and some of us, because we had some village experiences, we're always using native intelligence. Some of us
Mm.
bandits around that our parents were native doctors. So if you messed up with us, we would deal with you. Such stories will spread around the school, and everybody will be afraid. And maybe when there is a fight, you pretend to put your hands in your pocket and bring one Yoruba ring you buy for 5 kobo that time in
They
New
will
Benin
run.
market. Put it in your hand and say, if I strike you once, you are a gunner. And you see, people will run back. So with such antics, we were able to survive. But there was corporal punishment.
Yeah.
Seniors were punishing. Prefects will punish you. And that was the only thing we were supposed to. And at times, when you are very stubborn, there is this situation where prefects will join together and beat you. Most times,
Mm.
such students, it is the
Yes,
victim of such practice that
because
attracted it to themselves. When you are usually stubborn,
yes, I remember that thing happened to me too.
okay.
In that should be
Maybe like
1985.
maybe you were stubborn.
Maybe you were stubborn.
No, not stubborn, not stubborn. That time, 1985, I think I just entered class 1. It's a boys' school. That's the
You guys
Asauddin
are
Grammar
pretty
School,
young.
that's in New Lagos. So the first day, as we enter, the prefect, they were not telling us to pick the floor. And I look at the prefect, I look at my height. The
Exactly.
prefect is not even half of my size. And I was now saying, I just received a slap from behind. I received a dirty slap. Nobody now tell me to pick the paper. I was now using my 2 hands to pick.
So yeah, those are
that day,
isolated
I
cases.
won't forget
Those
that
are
day.
common cases. Okay, sir, but those are
Yeah.
common cases,
Yes,
It happens. But where a
Yes.
senior student will take you to an isolated part of the compound, or 2 or 3 of them begin to beat you and deal with you. Those cases, students who were not involved in such things in our days, we expect from the boarding house and expect from the school.
yes,
It was not tolerated. But you see, these highbrow schools, where children whose parents are rich, the children of the bourgeois, they
yes,
feel above the law. Even their mentality, what they preach to them at home, and the way they handle them in the school, that they cannot be
yes.
beaten. They have this
That's
entitlement
true.
mentality of being above the law, is some of the reasons that is responsible for such bullying,
Yeah.
especially if the team refuse to report to the parents. So there is no doubt that there is a culture of bullying in that school from the video we saw, and it has to be checked. There was an incident that happened in Niger College sometime. I saw the video. 2 students were fighting in a hall, and one took the other one up and slammed him on the concrete floor. The guy died instantly. Yes, in Niger College, you could see the boy stretching. The boy that was slammed on the concrete floor, he was stretching,
Which of
and
the
his
college is
eyeball.
that? Which of the
You say?
college?
Niger
Which of
College,
the college?
students of Niger College,
Okay.
Niger College.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Okay.
that
It's
is another case of bullying.
very close to where I live.
It's very close. You are aware of the incident.
No, but it's very close. I'm not aware.
And that is
Okay.
that is the same Edo State.
That is
Yes,
why the
yes.
State House of Assembly
Wow.
has to take this issue up with the Commissioner of Education and make laws that will put an end to bullying of any type in our sector.
Oh yeah.
And those who are involved in bullying should be given serious treatment, suspended from school. If possible, jail terms should be attached,
Yes,
depending on the
serious punishment.
severity of the bullying. Thank you.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We are very, very grateful. We have spent a little bit of our time. Next week again, we'll do this. You know, let's do it again. Like I said, I'm so sorry for the hiatus. You know, we took a break because I guess I was still in the mood of Christmas and anyway. But we are back again. So
That's
we would find how to merge this with, you know, electing the right leaders too. Like you said, charity begins at home. If the child is learning this from the parent, imagine who the parent is. You understand? So, and any leader that will see this and condone it, you know, accept it, it's a problem. The leader is a problem to the society. It means that they are also doing it in their houses and they don't want anybody to talk about it.
Yes.
So we have to address that. So thank you, sir, for joining me this morning. God bless you. Like I said, I will edit it. If you don't mind again, send me a picture. Just take a picture of yourself because where you're talking, I will just have your picture showing on the screen so that they know if you're talking. God bless you, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
And you too.
Very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, Rabbi Binio.